Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back on Blacklist Conspiracy. We're heading on to case number 10, Don Espinoza. Well, I know I've been keeping your schedules quite full lately, but something has come to my attention that I'd love the task force to look into. Well, what's the situation? Recently, some associates have met rather abrupt ends. All of them are freelancers, guns for hire, private pilots, and the like. So I didn't think the deaths were related, but things have escalated. This morning, I received a note taking credit for all of the deaths, along with a promise that a special surprise would be waiting for me in a bathroom at Union Station. Let me guess, you want the task force to go and make sure that it isn't a trap? Well, it practically read my mind. It's a little wonder why they made you the ringmaster of the circus, Harold. Agent, take Wrestler and head over to Union Station. If someone is targeting Reddington, we need to determine who it is so we can protect our asset. Let's check this place out. Reddington has got us into some crappy situations before, but this one really takes the cake. Let's check the area to see if we can find the surprise that Reddington said would be waiting here for him. And well, good thing we're really good at diffusing. Oh, we're a top-down view. Cool. I like that view. Can't find anything though right now. Okay, where the heck's the purse? Oh. Smiling face. Suitcase. Fire extinguisher. Ripped ticket. That looked like a hand out of that one. Toilet paper. That's probably not a good thing. Whatever's in the suitcase is probably the present Reddington's pen pal told him about, and from the smell coming of it, I think I can guess what's inside. I know the men's restrooms at bus stations can be strange, but this woman's purse seems especially out of place. Looks like someone didn't quite get this plane ticket in the trash. If we're lucky, it belonged to either the killer or the victim. Let's take it back to the post office just in case. Yep, so we gotta analyze, and I gotta take some time to grab some stars. I'll see you guys back here. This has been Pitching Ace 88. Au revoir. Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back. I grabbed some stars, so let's cruise through this. I opened the suitcase and Wrestler was right. There was a body inside. The ME examined it. The victim is a prominent DC hedge fund manager named Troy Barron. He died sometime yesterday afternoon. And I did some digging. His firm has recently been accused of laundering money for criminals. The DOJ, Department of Justice, even launched a formal investigation, but so far they haven't turned up anything solid. Well, since he's an associate of Reddington's, I guess it's not surprising that he was up to no good. Any idea if one of his clients might be using him to get to Red? Not yet, but I'll keep looking. In the meantime, a man who says he was a janitor on duty at the bus station has reached out to the local police. Maybe he saw something that can help us out. Jason Strauss. Interesting. Let's examine this. Troy Barron. So we would have figured out his name eventually. It's got to be. So boarding pass has got to be there. Wow, that was not the best example for me. Nice work. The ticket has our victim's name on it. It's a one-way flight from Nicaragua to Washington, D.C. that landed yesterday. The flight landed a couple hours before the ME called the time of death. Looks like he had business in Nicaragua before he was killed. Never a good thing. Never a good thing. Well, I looked through the purse you found. At first, everything inside seemed pretty standard. Makeup, pens, change, nothing I could use to identify the owner. But I took a closer look at the makeup and found something interesting. This lipstick appears to be some kind of electronic device. It has a USB port. Maybe if you can get it working, we can find out what it was used for. Interesting. Alright. Nice work rewinding this fake lipstick. It's actually a concealed stun gun. Well, this little thing can pack a pretty big punch. I'll have to remember to pick one of these up for Keen's next birthday. Whoever on this purse came ready for trouble. I think the person that dumped the body in the bathroom may have been a woman. or someone who dressed up as a woman. Always a possibility. Well, we very much appreciate you reaching out to us, Mr. Strauss. We understand that you were on duty during the period of time we suspect the body was dumped. Did you see anything? I'm not sure. I wasn't even aware that there was a body until I saw your team arrive at the station. Oh? Well, then why exactly did you reach out to law enforcement about this case? Well, I thought maybe if I could learn some details about the case, I could remember something helpful. Do you know who the victim was? We're not releasing that information at this time. Was there anything you found that you think might help me remember something? I'm just trying to help. I get it, but I think that's all we have for now, Mr. Strauss. We'll be in touch if we need anything else from you. Yeah, there's something a little bit off about that guy. We should keep an eye on him. Yeah, we're not giving out free information, dude. Well, the plane ticket we found proves our victim was killed right after he landed at Dulles on a plane coming from Nicaragua. And the other evidence we found in the back of the room indicates a woman had something to do with dropping his body off there. Probably his murderer, too. Based on the time of death, I'm thinking that the killer could have met our victim at the airport. We should get over there and see what we can find anything. Ooh, classified document. With the third moral choice. Okay. Airport security says that a guard was assaulted back here right after the plane our victim was on landed. Somebody hit him from behind. When he came to, it looked like there had been a struggle. Guessing that our killer wanted someplace private to kill Barron, and the guard was collateral damage. Let's see if we can figure out what went on here. Alright, so chocolate box. Interesting. Flight manifest. That's not a flight manifest? Gosh darn it. Icebox, no smoking. That's not something? Oh, man. Okay, where the heck's the flight manifest? And scarf. Like a tie to me, but they're right, it is a scarf. I shall find this scarf. Looks like there's something on it. Better get it back to the post office and find out what. This box of chocolates looks expensive and new. Let's see if we can find out where it came from. This flight manifest should help us figure out if anyone suspicious was on the plane with our victim. I also found a manager from the airline our victim came in on, Maureen DeVries. We should show her the ticket and see if she can tell us anything about who was on the flight with our victim. She looks suspicious. Alright, so guessing upper right. Nope. Bottom right. Nope. Oh, it's completely off. Still got 7, that's not bad. Nice work matching the DNA on the scarf. Looks like the DNA belongs to our victim. The scarf was probably used to strangle him. My guess is our killer snuck up from behind him, used the lipstick taser to stun him, and then strangled him with the scarf. And this confirms our suspicion in that she assaulted the security guard because she wanted some privacy to take Barron down and then move his body out of the airport. Again, you guys all think it's a woman. Played this game way too much to think that it's a woman. Just because of that. Interesting. Very nice. Nice job matching the logo on the box account to one in our database. This box came from a fancy chocolatier in downtown. This box doesn't look like anything from their usual product line, though. Let's have Aaron take a look at it and see if he can tell us where it came from. Nice. Thanks for speaking with us, Mrs. DeVries. We have a few important questions that we'd like to ask you. Of course, I'm happy to help in any way I can. Found something at the crime scene that we were hoping you could shed some more light on since it came from the company you work for. Show her the item, Agent. Oh, a ticket from one of our flights that came in yesterday. Troy Barron. I remember him. He'd been a first-class passenger and hadn't had a litany of demands for when he landed. limo, hotel reservations, curbside baggage service. He was so rude, condescending, in a huge hurry. Seemed like he had something on his mind. Did you see him meet anybody here? Was there a welcome party? No, not that I can recall. He had me call him a limo to the Westington Hotel, and then he left the airport. Thanks for your time, Mr. Reeves. We'll be in touch if we have anything further. Alright. I am going to get some more stars. I've been pitching Ace 88 for now. Alright, folks, pitching Ace 88, we are back. Let's finish these off. I finished analyzing the flight manifest you brought me, and it seems there's a fair amount of information missing, not just for the flight from today, but flights going months back. Somebody has been tampering with these records. We need to find out what was in them if we want to determine who was on that plane. Interesting. I checked out the packaging on the chocolate you gave me, and it's a special sampler pack. The company produced it exclusively for the Westington Hotel. I contacted the hotel, and they said they're given to the airport concierge to present to high-value clients on their way to the hotel. It is possible that they could have been for somebody else, but given their proximity to the scene, it's worth checking out. Interesting. Well, we better go over there and see if we can find out if Baron ever made it to that hotel, or if his killer did. Reddington's dead associate was coming in from Nicaragua, and somehow his killer knew that he would be on that flight. Evidence we found in the baggage center at the airport indicates the murder may have occurred there, but Maureen DeVries said that she saw Baron leave the airport alive. Yeah, that part doesn't make sense to me. Either somebody's planting evidence, or she's lying to us. We should go talk with Reddington about what we found so far. If he can help us narrow down who's targeting these people, then we can focus our investigation better. Agents, just the people I was hoping to see. I do hope you've brought me news of who might be sending me threatening messages about the demise of my associates. Maybe. Well, it looks right before he was killed, our victim came to Washington, D.C. on a flight from Nicaragua. Does that mean anything to you? Yes, unfortunately. Espinoza. Who's Espinoza? Espinoza is not a person. At least, not anymore. It's a drug cartel. Small, but well-financed and very dangerous. I've done business with them for decades. Their old capo, Julio was a friend. Awful taste in music, but there's nobody you'd rather have on your team during a high-stakes polo match. Sadly, he was recently retired, rather forcibly, against his will. The person behind his retirement took control of the cartel, and so far this new player has kept their identity a secret. I've tried to reach out to them and continue our professional relationship. I guess this was my answer. For some reason, the Espinoza cartel is cleaning house, and I'm in the crosshairs. I only wish I knew why. All my dealings with the Espinoza had always been so pleasant up until now. I suppose it's a question we can answer after you apprehend this mystery assassin. I wonder if the assassin would actually know. Mystery assassin would know, anything. 85%. Was there anything else you'd like to tell me that will help us exercise this rather annoying thorn from my side? Nice. So our hitman is a woman, is she? Interesting. I know we've made great strides in workplace gender equality, but hit person is still a disappointing, unbalanced field. I'll look into it and see if this revelation can help us narrow down our suspect list. I know, never heard that word before. We found evidence indicating that our victim died in the airport, but Maureen says she saw him alive leaving for the Westington Hotel. Only one of those things can be true. I think we should go over to the hotel and see if our victim ever arrived. I agree. So let's use that. Login bonuses are nice. Manager said that somebody checked into the victim's room last night, but they did so under a false name. I can't get a visual confirmation on them. Person on staff doesn't recognize our victim, and the hotel lobby cameras are all down. Heck of a time for them to choose to upgrade the system. Somebody was definitely in here, and threw quite the party. Maybe our murderer was looking for a way to unwind. Let's see if we can find out who the host was. That's not a letter, apparently. Alright, so let's think about this. Comic book bag. I am clicking on everything but the, what's it supposed to be. There's the letter, money, ink blot. I don't know where the comic book bag is. Oh, credit card is all chopped up. Makes sense. Balloon horse. Ah. Well, this letter looks like it's written in some kind of code. Maybe ARM can crack it for us. Somebody diced up this credit card pretty good. Could be nothing, but maybe it'll tell us who decided to put on this party. I was found this bag from a comic book store. We should figure out which shop it's from and pay them a visit to see if our killer is a frequent customer. Agent, when I was searching inside the room, I found a young woman hiding out in one of the closets. I think she's finally calmed down enough for us to talk to her. Interesting. You don't have to worry anymore. You're safe now. What's your name? Maribel Lee? I was so scared when you opened that door. I thought they were back. You and the people who threw this party? What can you tell us about them? I'm not trying to bet that she's the hitman. I wish I could tell you something, but I don't know anything. I'd never seen any of them before in my life. I came with a friend I met recently. I wasn't here long before I realized what the host of the party was up to, and I wanted to go, but the door was guarded, so I hid here. Well, I think you must be a bit confused right now. You said you know nothing, but you also said you realized what the host of the party was up to. You have to tell us everything. You're right, I'm sorry. You promised me that this won't get back to anyone who can hurt me? Yeah, my word. I was only at the party for a little while when some hardcore drugs started coming out. I was shocked, and then somebody told me that the host of the party was a drug dealer. I wanted to leave, but there were two big guys guarding the door. I think they must have been with the dealer. I got scared and hid inside the closet. That's all I know. Thanks for your time, Miss Lee. We'd like you to go to the hospital to make sure you're okay. Medics are on their way. We'll be in touch if we have any more questions. The drug dealer was hosting the party, and this confirms Reddington's suspicions that the Espinoza cartel is involved. We need to figure out their next move. Agreed. Let's analyze, examine. Let's see. Troy Barron. Thanks for resembling the credit card agent. Looks like a company card. Adam should be able to tell us who's footing the bill. Let's have him take a look at it. Sounds good to me. I'll grab some stars, guys, and I will be back. This has been Espinoza. Au revoir.